Well, guess what? I'm going to be able to go for my walk. I look like Nanook of the North, I know. Let's see if I hate the background. It's just too, I don't know, snowy looking. It's 20 degrees. It's kind of cold. But the sun has disappeared now that I want to go for my walk. But it served its purpose because it got rid of the ice and the snow. So I can go for my walk and some garbage rolling on my driveway. Today's garbage pickup day, so I usually drop a lot of garbage along the way. It's cold. It's really cold. But, you know, and then it's windy because the wind's from the northwest. Usually when the wind's from the north, it's colder, obviously, because it's coming from Canada. I know, it's Canada, but I like to call it Canada. And Jim's working. They called him in, somebody at work. He usually works afternoons, but somebody's father is not doing well, and so he had to leave. So Jim went in like an emergency, you know, role. And Denise isn't home because she went to the dentist, so I can't even talk to her when I walk. But I might call Christy and talk to Christy while I walk. And then what else am I going to do? Oh, Valerie Reese, she was, I'm not talking, but she was commenting. Although I do feel like when we're commenting with each other, we're talking to each other. That's how I think. But she was saying that she remembers when she had an 8-track in her car. I had an 8-track in my car too. I can top that though. Jim had a record player in his car. He had a Buick Special that he had bought with all of his money that he had earned at Kentucky Fried Chicken. And one of his first major purchases was a record player that went under the dash, just on the floor. And you could play records and they didn't skip or anything. It was just really amazing. And it was, how many out there remember a record player in a car? I mean, that really puts it back. That was back in 1960, how many he got that in 68? I think he got it in 68, he got his car. But anyway, so Jim is a Catholic too, but he doesn't go to church. And when the kids were little, he always went to church. We always sat in the front row because I didn't want them to say that they didn't know what was going on. So we always sat in the front row. We always got there early enough so that when people would see that we had kids, if you didn't want to sit by kids, sit somewhere else. I was here first. You don't like it, move. And the priest we lived right next door to the priest. We rented the house from the church, so the priest knew my kids by name. Plus they went to the Catholic school, so they knew them that way. And not so much when they were little, obviously they didn't go to school then, but they did know them. And where was I going with this story? Oh, so Jim, even when we were dating, he would occasionally go to church with me, but not very often. I always went with my family anyhow, so it didn't really matter. But one time I talked him into going to church with me, and he was very reluctant, so reluctant. But you know what? New, young love, let's do what the other one wants to do, you know, blah, 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 all that. So he went to church with me, and we went to, what's the name of the church? St. Juliana's, I think it was, over on Moross and Meringue. Oh, you wouldn't know that unless you live in the Detroit area. But anyway, I think it's still there. Over by Heilman's. Does that strike any bells with anybody that lives in this area? Anyway, so we went to church, reluctant. We come out of church. His car had been broken into, and they stole his record player. I never heard the end of that. And he never found another record player. I don't even know where he found that one, but he never found another record player. And so every time we'd get in the car and he'd go to turn the radio on, he'd say, well, we could have listened to records, but I went to church. He'll never let me forget that. Well, so I have a DVD player, not a DVD, a CD player in my car now. Just shows you how far things have come. Cars have DVD players where you can watch movies. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. I can have my phone in my pocket. Oh, it's up there. I'm thinking, it's not in my pocket, it's right there. I can have my phone in my pocket and go anywhere and get a call. It's just amazing to me how far technology has come. Although we still don't have the Jetsons cars. I really thought we'd have the Jetsons going in our life right about now. But all right, let's go for our walk. It's not going to get any warmer. If anything, it's going to get colder because we're supposed to get snow, and those do look like snow clouds. You can't really tell because it's a crappy background, but it looks like snow. So let's go for a walk. Okay, that was cold, but you know what? It was so enjoyable. I walked 1.8 miles, so I walked a little bit farther than I did yesterday. And, ooh, the wind's kicking up. Let me go in the garage. It was quite windy, quite cold. And there's people out. I saw lots of people walking their dogs. I guess I must just walk too early to see other people. But I saw 3 dog walkers and just 1 walker. So it was nice. And then the man around the block was getting his garbage bales, bringing them in. I talked to him for a bit. So my total now is 96.6 miles that I've got to go. I have 96.6 miles to go. A slow process, but once the weather gets nicer, I can walk a little bit farther, and then I can walk twice a day. And the snow clouds are still in the sky, so I think we're going to get snow. But I'm going to go in. I was worried that because I drank my 50 ounces of water before I went for my walk that I might have an issue, but I didn't. So I'm going to go in and drink another glass of water before I eat my breakfast. So stay with me. We'll see what the day brings. You fell there for a minute. I had to fix you. I'm still trying to figure this out. I showed you that one. I think this is the best angle because it doesn't obstruct my view and it seems like it doesn't shake as much, but we'll see. My mother, I think, has come back to haunt me, but in a good way, because I was just thinking of this. My mother didn't like being confined. She was just very claustrophobic, she had to always sit on the end, and she didn't like being in closed spaces, and she did not like being stuck somewhere. My mother would get up and just all of a sudden jump up and get her keys and say, well, I'm going to the store, and then she'd come back with a pair of socks. You went to the store just to buy a pair of socks? I had to get out. I had to get out. Well, Denise is the same way. So we call Denise Junie B, because my mother's name was June. So we always call her Junie B, because Junie B wanting to go somewhere all the time. But now I think my new nickname should be Junie B, because I'm always going somewhere. Every single day I seem to be going somewhere. Last winter, no, I was content sitting in a chair, wait until April or May to start my walking again, and that's not who I am anymore. I'm on the go. Junie B, that'll be my new nickname. I'll have to share it with Denise, although Denise is way more than me. I have a purpose of where I'm going. Denise just has to go somewhere just to go. But I'm going first to the bank to cash David's check because I forgot to do that yesterday, and I almost forgot I was going to do it today. And then David ordered some stuff from Amazon, and I have Prime membership, so we don't have to pay shipping or anything. So I put it on my, he paid for it, but I put it on my account. Oh, I'm not turning. I don't know what I'm thinking. I think I was going to Kroger's, but no, I'm not going to Kroger's today. I'm going to Kroger's tomorrow. So anyway, I put it on my account, and it came today. I wasn't supposed to come till later in the week, so he'll be surprised when he gets home from school and sees it laying on his bed. And I'll let the dog out while I'm there. And it's almost, well, it's after 1 o'clock. I'm still not very hungry. I wish I could figure out why psychologically on Saturdays and Sundays I think I'm so hungry. And I know it's probably you're saying, well, it's because you don't eat enough during the week, but you know, I really do eat enough during the week. The older you get, the less food you really do require, and really the less sleep you do require too. Although you wouldn't know that if you go and see somebody like me. I'd be sitting in a chair. Listen to me. Well, I'm Junie B, that's why. But I would be sitting in a chair and I could fall asleep. And I always thought, how do people sit in a chair and fall asleep? I've mastered that now. I know how to do that. And I do it quite a bit. But not as much as I did last year, because I'm sleeping so much better at night. Last year I knew it was because I wasn't getting enough sleep at night. Now I know it's just because I'm old. You know, you just got to rejuvenate those cells every once in a while. That's what I do. I don't want to talk too long because I want to show you what I'm going to eat for breakfast and dinner. Breakfast, I've decided I'm going to have a half a bagel. I'm going to have some bacon. I'm going to have some Laughing Cow cheese on my bagel. I'm going to have a cup of tea. What else am I going to have? Oh, a grapefruit and maybe some strawberries. And then for dinner, I'm gonna have that salad. I really like that salad, although I might put lettuce in it today. I haven't decided, but I might put lettuce in it today. And then I'm gonna have a sandwich and Oh, great turn signals, buddy. I'm going to have a sandwich, and then I have another cup of chili that I took out and thawed. So I'm going to have that too. And then I don't know what else I'm going to have. I'm really just, you know, it's kind of hard to think of food when you're not hungry, and I really am not hungry. The walk, I find that when I walk, it boosts my metabolism or something, and you think it would boost it to think I want to eat, but it just, I don't know, it just makes me feel better. Oh, I see that you fell. Let me see if I can fix you. There you go. Why didn't you say something? You know I would have fixed you sooner if you would have said something. Anyway, I don't want to talk too long, so I will see you at breakfast. Well, on the way back from the post office, I decided to stop, and look, and I got mail! Yay! And I like that she even told me it was the top was here, so I've opened the top, but I haven't looked inside yet. Ooh, there's popcorn in here. Let me open it. There's the card. See the card first. That's her address on the back, so I can't show you that. Struggling. Try to get the envelope open. Cute little bear. It said, Sandy, I make these angels and thought you might like one. Always glad to have an angel with you. Always good to have an angel with you. I know you have had some struggles recently. Also, in one of the meal evaders to suck on when you are in the snacking mode. You don't chew it. You just let it dissolve. Thanks for the videos. I enjoy watching them. Terry A. in Texas. Oh, I whistled your name. I'm going to have to try that. Ooh, chocolate mint. My favorite. So anyway, let's see. Get this out. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. Oh, I love it. Look how pretty it is. Thank you. I'm going to hang that on my door so I can see it every morning. I absolutely love it. There's so many talented people out there. I'm not one of them, but I'm telling you, I appreciate all of the talent that is out there. And one of my favorite colors, blue. Yes, I love it. Just make sure, I'm thinking that's all that's in there. I want to make sure. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Terry. Oh, I absolutely, positively love it. It is gorgeous. Thank you. I'm going to hang it on my door right now, as soon as I get done. Talk to you guys in a little while. Okay, let's eat, because I'm hungry. So I started my day with a prayer. I kind of messed up the date, but I drank 50 ounces of water. My quote is 1 day at a time. 24 smart points. 3 points for my 4 slices of center cut bacon, 3 points for my 1 ounce of pepper jack cheese, 3 points for my half a bagel, 1 point for my laughing cow, and 0 for my tea, water, strawberry, and grapefruit. So it's a 10-point breakfast. Wow. But I still have 14 points left for dinner. So I'm doing okay. So there it is. Let's eat. Okay, we're going to have dinner. I'm going to have some chili, turkey sandwich, iced tea and water, and a salad. I have 14 points for my meal. 0 for the salad, and the tea and the water is 0. 1 point for my 2 ounces of turkey. 4 points for my 1 ounce of provolone cheese. 3 points for my smart bread. 1 point for my turkey pepperoni. 2 points for my low-fat feta cheese, and 1 point for my 2 tablespoons of dressing. It's a 12-point meal, so I have 2 points left for the rest of the night. I'm thinking I'm not going to be walking in the morning. Even the birdies look cold. They're sitting on the bird feeder. They're trying to get warm. Just north of us, they're supposed to get 5 to 7 inches, so we'll see how much I'm going to get. Discouraging. Well, I only have 20 seconds to tell you to like this video, subscribe, comment, and share. And I will see you guys in the morning. I did really well today. A little bit under my points. I got my walk in. I don't know about tomorrow, though. It's not looking too good. Not looking too promising, but we'll see.